Welcome to this video. Why do you get these rainbow bars on your HDMI capture screen? So you've got your HDMI capture card, but you're getting these rainbow bars. The reason for that is, there's a few things. What I'll do is I'll show you a live example now. So that's one camera, that's two cameras, which you also see on the side here. And this would be my third camera. Let me bring it on, he says. Okay, so now, there we go. Instantly you've seen it come on. The reason it was off, all I did was I had my HDMI capture card plugged into my USB port, but the HDMI cable was not plugged in, which meant there was no feed going in. So if you get the rainbow bars, that means your HDMI capture card's working because it's showing you the bars. So it's looking for a feed. The rainbow bars basically mean there's no input coming in. So the input means your HDMI cable will be maybe the culprit. Check your cable. If it's not your cable, you want to check your camera settings. So let me show you an example. Let me go to the screen. Okay, here. So this is a third camera I've got set up. So if I turn it off, I've turned off the USB. So you'll see I'm moving my hands, but it's frozen. So it's stuck on the last image that was present. If I turn it back on, okay, so I have my capture card plugged into a USB hub, which has an on and off switch. So that's why it's doing what it's doing. So let me show you this. Let me get to the right screen. Okay, so that's my capture card, USB. My capture card. That USB was plugged into a USB port. When there was no HDMI plugged into the HDMI output, there was no picture. Really, I could have shown you this on the top down view and taken out this camera, because that's like, yeah, if that defeats it. But yeah, you get what I mean. I'm doing this as one take, so it's basically answering a question I had over here. So someone's mentioned in the comments, so I'm making a quick video just to give you the answer, because sometimes it's easier just to tell you it than try and explain it in text. So the HDMI capture card, if you plug it into a USB computer device, pretend that's a computer, I plug that in, that on OBS, you select USB video, you'll get a rainbow screen. That's because nothing's plugged in over here. That makes me think the device works, it's just not receiving a signal. So if you're getting the rainbow screen but you do have something plugged in here, like if you have a HDMI cable and the other end is definitely plugged into your camera or PlayStation or whatever you're using, then that means something along that route is not working. So if you've got rainbow bars, we know this works, so you can eliminate that from the scenario. So if that works, we get that out. Next, we're going to check if the HDMI cable itself is working. So if the HDMI cable is working, you want to test it somehow. So if you have a TV, test in the TV. If it works with something else, then the cable's okay. Next up, the camera is going to be where the problem's coming. Have you got a battery in the camera? Is the camera definitely powered on? Because what will happen is when you plug it into a capture card, the screen in the back of the camera will turn off, so you can't really tell if it's powered or not, if there's no like blinking light. So there's a few things there. I've made a couple of these videos to answer this in different ways. So if you're having problems with the HDMI card and you're getting a rainbow screen, it's because nothing is coming along the line. When I say the line, I mean the cable. Cable, check it, check the camera settings, and also plug your camera into something else to see if it shows a picture on it via HDMI. If it does, then let me know in the comments what you're having, what's the issue, because we need to fix it. Because I've had these and I've noticed it happens when there's nothing plugged in. But if you have something plugged in and it's happening, then that makes me think the cable's not working and the card thinks nothing's plugged in, or there actually isn't any feed coming out of the camera, which is an option. So I'm hoping this quick little video gives you an idea of that and you can fix this screen. If you don't fix it, let me know in the comments and we'll work it out. We'll get to the bottom of it. And let me know, because some people have said I've got a problem, but let me know what your problem is. So what camera you're using, what cable you're using. If you tested the cable is something else and you know the cable works, does the camera definitely give a picture out? And are you doing any funny adaptation? Like some people are trying to make a camera from a USB to a HDMI to then input it in, which is a long way of doing it. The way I definitely know works is if it's a HDMI out on the camera. If it's a mini HDMI, you get an adapter to make it a full-size HDMI, which is fine. If you're using some kind of display ports and all that business and adapters, let me know what they are so we can figure out what's going on. I'll see you on my next video.